Hi, it's Pavel, and today I'm going to show you how to create a sales commission calculator, which is a homework from C Sharp 2012, how to program. It's homework from chapter 5, pro, exercise number 19. Now, we're supposed to create a calculator that will calculate a commission uh, based on items sold. Now, the sales people will receive $200 a week plus 9% of their gross sales for that week. So, for example, a person who sells $5,000 worth of merchandise in a week will receive the commission, which is 9% of 5,000, plus $200, which is given to everyone. It's like a base pay. Now we are selling four items. First item is worth $239.99. Second one is $129.75, and so forth. So let's get to code. Now, first thing we need to do is create some class. A class that will be that will hold the actual commission structure for all the items and the $200 base pay. So let's call this one commission structure. All right, and let's do this. So we have four items. So we have item one. So it's gonna be private, double. So you know what? Since these are have fixed prices, have, then we can make them actually constants. So yeah, not double but decimal anyway, and it's gonna be item one, and that equals how much? 239.99. 239.99. We need to put m because this is a decimal, so we have to explicitly make it a decimal with the suffix of m. Private constant decimal item 2 equals, and I forgot again, so it's 129.75. 129.75. M again, it's a decimal. Private constant decimal item 3. And once again, let's check 99.95. 99.95 M. And last one, private item 4 equals 350.89. 350.89. Now, don't mind the meowing. That's my cat again bothering me. Now we have a fixed base pay, which is the $200. So that can be constant too, and it's I'll make it all decimal. I'll call it the pay per week, which is fixed. It's $200. All right. What else? That's the all right. That's the $200, but there's also the 9%, which is the commission rate. So that we need to declare here too because it's part of the commission structure class. Private, and it's a constant again. It's not double. It's a percentage. So let's call it percentage. And it's 9%, so it's 0.9. We don't need the m because it's not double, not a decimal. All right. Now we will need the user to supply all the information to this class. So we need to create a constructor, public commission structure. And what do we need? We need to know how many of items 1 were sold, how many of items 2 were sold, and so forth. So those will be integers. We cannot sell 2.5 products. So integer item 1 sold, integer item 2 sold, integer item 3 sold, integer item 4 sold. Go away, cat. Get out. Stupid cat. I love her anyway. Alright, so we have that. What else do we need? We need, that's actually all. We need, because based on these numbers of how many items were sold, we can calculate everything else. And I will do, we'll do properties. Yeah, let's do that. Let me create properties. So it's gonna be getters and setters. So it's gonna be public integer item 1 sold, get and set, and that's gonna be the same for all 4 items. Item 2 sold, get and set, get and set, and the last one, integer item 4 sold, get and set. Now these properties will hold whatever the user is going to supply. I'm not going to perform any checks. I'm not gonna make sure that, instead of a number, a user may just write 1 or 2 instead of actually supplying an integer. They may supply string or something, and then it would throw an exception. But I'm not going to check for that. Not in this exercise. It's not really necessary. So now my properties will have to be assigned. What is it? Item 1 sold equals item 1 sold. So this is my property, and it will hold the value that the user supplies, which is going to be supplied via the constructor. Item 2 sold equals item 2 sold. Item 3 sold equals item 3 sold. Now, what about the fourth one? How about item 4 sold equals, stupid cat, item 4 sold. No, she's a good pussy. All right, so we got that, and what else do we need? Well, we need to perform the calculation. How about that? We can do it in a method, public, which will return the decimal, and let's call it get total sales, and we will return our item 1 times item 1 sold. Come on, cat. Jesus. I apologize, but she's so needy. Item 2 times item 2 sold, and plus item 3 times item 3 sold, and finally, how about item 4 times item 4 sold. Remember, these are the constants that hold the value. So basically, we will multiply for item 1, we will multiply how much it is times how many of them were sold. The same with item 2, we'll multiply 129.75 times whatever number is, how many items of 2 were sold. I'm pointing on number 3, but this is item 2, of course. Item 1 sold, item 2 sold, 3 sold, 4 and 4 sold. Now this will give us the total sales, but we need to calculate the commission. So we will do commission public, and this one will return the commission. So it will return decimal commission, and we need to do the return total sales. Let me see, total sales. So we'll need to return get total sales times calculated, which is the percentage. So times percentage, and we need to add the pay per week. That's the $200. Error. Oh, okay, so we need to convert this to decimal. Maybe we can have a decimal here too. Let's make it a decimal. There. So now we will calculate the total sales. The total sales is calculated here. We'll call that, and we'll multiply whatever is returned by the 0.09. And then on top of that, we'll add the $200 that everyone gets automatically, regardless of how many sales are made. All right, so this looks like the class. Now let's go to main method and create the object and all that, and display the output. So we need to do the integer item 1 sold equals 0. Let's initialize it to 0. 2 sold. So these are the items that we will ask the user how many of items 1 were sold, how many items 2 were sold, and so forth, and it will pass it to the class, the constructor. So let's get the input, and which is simply console on the right line. Please enter sales for please enter how many of items 1 were sold, and we will hold that input in our item 1 sold. We cannot just hold it as a string. We need to hold it as an integer. So we need to convert the input to integer, and console.read. So the user will enter how many items of 1 were sold, and we will hold that input as an integer. We convert it to integer and hold it in the variable item 1 sold. And we'll do the same thing for the item 2, 3, and 4. So I'll just copy paste it. 1, 2, 3. So this will be item 2. This will be item 2. This is item 3, of course. Oh, I forgot a semicolon there. 3, and this is 3, and 4. So the user will enter the sales. Now we have to create the object and pass those sales into the constructor. So let's see, commission structure. Let's just call it commission structure equals new commission structure, and pass all those variables in there. So it's gonna be item 1 sold, item 2 sold, item 3 sold, and item 4 sold. So we have the object, and now we can let's get the total. I'll just get the total, which is well, a minute. Let me see. Well, do we? Yeah, but let's output the total as well. I was thinking maybe we can just output the final commission, but yeah, let's do the total as well, or not. What does it say? Hello, C# app that inputs once last week, calculates and displays the salesperson earnings. So only the earnings. We don't really care what the total sales were, because we only care what the earnings were. So get total earnings. So CS. So console dot write line total earnings including the 200 a week R, and we will hold it in a currency format. And what we will hold the earnings, so which is the CS dot, not get total sales, but commission console dot read line. So commission is calculated over here, so we will simply display it as a currency in the console write line. All right, let's see if it works. Building, still building. There you go. All right, well, it built. So let's see. Let's make everything as one. And why do I see all that? Okay. Console.9. Oh, I don't want to read. I want to read line. Oh, because it read everything all at once. Let's try again. So items 1 sold 1, items 2 sold 1, 3 items, 1 items of 3 and 1 items of 4. And this is wrong, obviously. And maybe not. How much is the commission? Let me see. All right. Let me get a calculator here. So 239.99 plus 129 plus 775 plus 99.95 and 350.89 for a total of 820.58. And now we calculate the 9% out of it, so times 0.09, which is 73 plus 200 that he gets automatically. Oh, there you go. It's actually correct. It seemed low, but then again, these are low priced. So let's sell 10 of everything. So it should be $2,730. All right, let's see. 200 plus some cents. All right, so 10, 10, 10, 10. I probably did something wrong again in my thinking. All right, so it's 2399.9 plus 129.7.5 plus 999.5 plus 0.9. So it's 8,000 times 0.9 plus 200. Ah, it is correct. Yeah, I automatically thought we will just add another zero to it. My bad. It's 9% commission anyway, so it couldn't possibly be that way. But the calculations obviously is working. You can see that. So let's recap. We created a class that holds as constants all the item 1, 2, 3, and 4, the percentage and pay per week. We passed the sales, the number of items sold into the constructor, held it in our public properties, calculated total, and from that we calculated the commission. Then over here we simply asked the user to supply the information. We passed it to the constructor of the object we created, and we output the earnings. The earnings is simply the commission. So that's all the homework. Hope it helped you, and I'll see you next time. Take care.